All right, ladies, I don't have film from our games yet, but this is Denmark versus I don't really know who. But I'm just going to showcase a couple things. There's just going to be a little clipping of different clips here that we're going to have. So right now, the other team gets possession. Denmark is the white. All right, so what you can see here is that they're going to do a backer just like we have done. They're going to the backer's going to come behind, tell the player to push out to the ball. So player pushes out right here. Ball moves to the center. And the shot goes in. All right, so let's take a look at how she got open there. And we can absolutely capitalize on this. So we can see this player here. Let's kind of go back. We get the ball. Ball's right here. And at this point, the backer's coming in. They're it seems like they're pushing a little bit high on the defense. So once you make that pass, and that what was I gonna say? Once we make the pass to the girl up top, so let's say you've got the elbow player making the pass up high. If we bring the ball down and we cut inside, like we talk about, make the pass and do something. Don't just stand still, right? This player basically just cuts inside. You've got the backer looking here to back this girl up, and because it's a zone, she is still there. Because the other player is way up top, she's marked up here, so this causes a problem where a player gets wide open in the center. We can find her open there, give her the ball, and dumps it in for the shot. So again, I think we can absolutely spread out Denmark's defense if that's how they're going to come at us, and attack should be able to capitalize on that and put many shots on there. I don't see this goalie being phenomenal, so as long as we can put our shots and the target, we should be able to be good if we shoot hard. All right, so here we're going to see them now attacking and see kind of what they do on the attack. Seems like they want to give an ISO and force the give and go. That obviously was a slash by this player there, which gives up the free position shot. Again, let's go back and just take a look at that real quick. We don't want to, I'm going to slow this down a second here. So she gets that, and this is where we get caught. We don't want to be giving up this free position shot. We just want to play good defense. We're going to have a rover right there, so we should be able to, the girl's going to slide. Excuse me. And we should have the rover be able to play good body defense right there. And what ends up happening is right there, that girl, right there. She goes for the one-handed check. We don't need to be doing that kind of stuff. Because, again, if we have two girls right here, seeing their ability, I think we'll be able to make that stop on the play instead of drawing the foul and now having to deal with a free position shot, which is what she's going to get here. Okay. And so here is their ride. Their redefend. And again, as you can see, they're going to push you out even further back. So Danica's playing down here. Rachel's playing low, or Allie's playing low. Whatever attack players are going low, they're going to come after you down low. That's fine. That means that we need to have the player on this side coming out for that support. We want that. Remember, the key to beating them at this kind of defense that they run is to force them out, force that girl to come challenge you out, and move the ball quickly. If we move the ball quickly, for example, I'm not sure what's happening here, but she gets the ball. The Denmark player is going to come out to challenge that. The backer is probably going to come back here somewhere. If we come out and we swing the ball from here to one more over and then look for the backdoor pass, we should be able to capitalize on that 100% of the time. See, and she did the right thing. This other team, she did the right thing. She came back outside for that support. And you can see how they alternate. But here's the other thing, too, that I'm noticing on their defense. They don't hustle back. Like when we run a backer, sure, we push out. But once that ball moves, we need to sprint back, backpedaling back to the 8 to see what's going on because this girl's no longer a threat, especially not up here. They do seem like they're lagging a little bit on getting back, which, again, we can capitalize on that. Yeah, that was a cross body. Oh, I'll go back a little bit here. Again, they do get caught sleeping a little bit, so that's going to work to our advantage. We just need to move fast. We cannot, on offense, be on our heels and being relaxed. We need to put put the pedal to the metal, put our foots in their throats, and just go really hard and move hard, force them to get panicky on their defense. Okay, here a little bit more of Denmark's offense. So again, it looks like whatever team they're playing, I'm not really sure what team they're playing, is playing a man-to-man defense. They're pushing out. I think what they like to do is they're going to try to draw you out defense and to create that ISO position. Okay, don't fall into their trap. Just we play tight and let them come to us. Let them bring down that ball. Let us cover. Yeah, they're playing the man on this defense here. They're going all over. See what they're trying to do? They're trying to force the defense to come out. And then they're going to do that, creating that ISO for the player. So, again, and Cherokee's going to do the same thing. They're going to want to force you out. That is where we just need to stay. We need to rely on each other and say, nope, we got our zones. These girls are no threats outside that 12, outside that 8. They're not going to take shots from there. So we just need to stay calm, stay back here, let them come to us. And when they come to us, we'll double team them as with the rover. We'll pick up the cuts as we need to, and we'll force them to drop the ball. And then we'll pick up the ball and we'll transition to the other side. Because, again, if that's their best player, I mean, that was a good look. And they got the goal there because the goalie sucked on that one. Let's just take a look at that one there. She's going here. She looks on low. Why? So this player, again, if we're down low, we're on the pie. We should not be high. So this team here screwed up, right? This defender, what we're going to do is either Phoebe or Jamie, whoever's going to be down here, or anybody on defense that's down here, we need to stay down low, right on the, right on our wedge to read that. Now, if we see that pass is about to come, yeah, we can come out in front and try to take the pass. Because what she saw is she saw that pass there, and she was able to get that and get that shot off. And again, a little bit more of their defense here, as this other team is moving the ball. Again, they're not doing a really good job. Look, see that right there? They are not doing a really good job of us coming around and cutting. They're trying to run this backer zone, but I think their girls are going to get lost. So again, attack. When we are off ball, we need to be moving. Look at what this girl just did right there. Let me kind of rewind this a little bit here. So she is literally down on the other side. She is with this player here, right? And as she goes, the player's looking at ball, and that's fine. She completely loses track of the player. So this girl right here, if we see her, man, if you're down here, we can absolutely swing around, come around to the other side. So she does the right thing in staying in her place. However, we're able to go all the way around, and look, perfect. She goes up to the elbow. I don't know what that girl's doing. And this girl coming in the backside there. So if the ball is up high, ladies, we're looking for these low cuts, okay, that are going to be coming from the backside. So let me rephrase this one more time. If we got the ball up high, we know they're going to push high. Look at what they're doing right here. Denmark is pushing high with these white players. So what we do is we let them come to us. Look where we are. We bring them out here. So let's have the 3 middies up here, and let's get the elbows almost at the 15-yard line, like a high elbow. Let's come high and high, and let the girls down low be here. Create a distraction. Does that make sense? If we move the ball, once we move the ball here, one player can come around. As this player is coming around, we shift up to that. It's almost like if you're the attack player here, we're going to move up into the elbow position, forcing that defensive player to come up, creating this gap down here. So I'm going to say this one more time, this with players now. Let's say we've got Rachel down here at 1. We've got Danica down here at 2. Okay? We've got the 3 middies up top. We used Alex. I know you usually like to go up top here. And so we're going to have 1 middie down at the elbow. That's fine. So, Rachel, when you're here, you kind of, if the ball is up top, you start coming around. Danica, as Danica starts rounding that to come in, you have to read what Danica is doing, and you bump up to the elbow. Okay, because the other players, the other attack players are going to be up high as well. So, Ava Dumas, you're going to be up high on the 15 out here. Whoever else will be up high. So if we do that, look, this is such an easy right there. Look, she's wide open, right in the middle. And I think that's what she tries to get. Gets the shot in there, and we can make that happen. They are Denmark is sitting very flat-footed. So I think we definitely have a chance to attack to capitalize. Okay, and last little bit for just the last little minute here or two of Denmark's offense. Take a look and see what's happening there. You know, they're going to try to rotate the ball, and again, I think they're going to try to put the ball up top again and create that ISO. You can see what they're trying to do. They are literally trying to bring these guys out. Now, this can serve to their advantage if they're up. Right, if they're up, they're going to be like, "Hey, we can just hold the ball for for 3 quarters," and at that point, we will go into a backer to absolutely force them to move that ball. But we'll talk a little bit more about that. But I think if we can get ahead of them, if we can get more points on the board, then that's fine. And they're just going to waste the clock on themselves trying to pull us out because we're going to be in tight. So we're going to invite them to come down to us because this is their game. They want to pull you out so they can get an ISO, so they can run in, have all this space in here. We're going to deny them that come our game. As you can see here, they're just trying to pull that ball out, create as much open play to let cutters go in and to let that, to move the ball exactly what they're doing. They're moving that. They're trying to move the offense way outside to get that one-on-one ISO, which you see right here. Again, look, almost a one-on-one ISO. She gets up here. She's way up top. She's going to try to split these guys up. It's just not happening if we stay tight. Let her play around with the ball up top. She ain't going to do anything up there. See, and then she gets out of desperation. She tried to do a shovel shot. So I think if we end up doubling, like you see, every time they seem to get doubled, they either get desperate and they do a really poor shot, or they back the ball out. So again, the name of the game is going to be let's get a couple points on the board quickly, and once we get that and we're ahead of that team, then we just simply we can shut them down. Okay, we can force them to have to do that. But what we can't do is foul them. Okay, we absolutely have to play the cleanest defense because that's what they're going to do. That's what happened yesterday as well, is you have girls that are going to drive into the center regardless. And if you remember the rules, even though like the moment where Rachel Fair was literally just standing there with her stick up, she didn't move, the girl ran into her, but the foul is going to go against Rachel or against that player, right? That's just the rules of the game. So we have to make sure our sticks are behind, and we absolutely do not have any stick contact with the player, especially not if she's anywhere near that CSA, inside the 8 or pretty much around the 8. Because what we don't want to do is, if we know we can shut them down and they can't get any shots off on their own, we don't want to give them shots. We don't want to give them free position opportunities for them to take a shot. Let them just not be able to take any shots because we just shut them down. Anyway, hope you guys watched this video. I'll start making one for Cherokee and Sequoia, and as we're going to face them upcoming here in a little bit as well. Okay?